Hey guys, it's Christina. How's it going? Well, I'm really excited to do this because it really gets me organized and it gives me so much clarity as to what I'll be doing with my room. Like, what am I going to put on my bulletin boards? Where's this item going to go? This has just been really helpful for me, so I'm just really excited for this. So if you want to map out my classroom with me, then please keep watching. So before I sit down, I'll be mapping it all out in this section of my planner, in my Erin Condren planner. I just love that they have this graphing section. This is great for doing this, like setting up my classroom or deciding on seating arrangements, anything like that. But I have to show you the cover. It's so cute. Here's my planner. Me and one of my teammates ended up getting the same planner. But it's good because this year it's actually customized. Last year I didn't have the funding, so I just kind of bought like a pre-made one from Target, and so just so excited for this. Okay, so this is what my room looks like the general layout of it. And this whole back area, it's very similar to last year's classroom actually, but this whole back area is all a big bulletin board. So I'm gonna kind of put it out like that. And what I think I'll do is I think I'll put it into 4 sections. Last year I did like a huge mountainscape, but I kind of want to divide it up more so it's for individual subjects, and so that's how it'll kind of look. And I think I'll have one of them be like blue, one pink for the color scheme, one blue, and one pink. Kind of go back and forth. I might even put another color in there. But basically this right here, this is going to be the reading area. And lately I've been liking a quote in the reading area. And so I'll have a quote here with probably some palm leaves around it. So that's what I'm thinking for that. Okay, over here, I think this is going to be a big hub for all the supplies. I feel like for upper grades, it's important to have an area like this. I feel like I'm always like getting cap erasers and glue, and I would just like them to get it themselves, but just let me know. So I'm gonna have them here. I'm gonna have my little paper trays, I think, on this counter. And then I think this is going to be my little, I'll probably put centers over here, I'm thinking. And then next to that, I'll have supplies, like right there. So I want all that to be just a big area of supplies and stuff. And I have tons of files, so I'm thinking this whole area underneath will be files. Okay, speaking of files, right now there's a filing cabinet that's kind of going this way, but I'm hoping to turn it kind of like this against the wall. And I want to use this for a lot of my stuff for my desk, you know, and put my desk over here. It's kind of a shape like that-ish. So it's gonna be there, I'm thinking. So I have like a little hub. I'm either gonna put my kidney table here or here. I guess we'll see how much room there is and everything, but it might end up being like something like this, with all the stools and stuff. So there, just depends. And then up here's the big whiteboard area. And as usual, I'm gonna put borders on it. I also wanna put some more leaves. And I don't know, I might put lights there. I'm either gonna put lights here or here. putting lights around the quote or lights around the border. We'll figure that out, but I'm just gonna kind of put to the side lights, kind of figure out where those go as I decorate. Okay, this is a big cubby area. And then I think some of the cubbies I'll have as storage, like down below, the ones I don't use. But this is where I'll put a lot of their personal items, like probably some of their books, maybe headphones. If not, I might have to put headphones here. Just depends on kind of where they fit. That's kind of a big thing to try to find an area for, because my headphones are pretty big and kind of bulky. This middle area is where all their desks will be, and usually I'll have it in some long rows like this for the beginning of the year. I have about 27 kids, so I might need this area here. I guess we'll kind of see, and this. Okay, but I'll kind of have them there in the middle. I've always talked about getting a little caddy here with pencils and markers and highlighters and stuff. I haven't gotten one yet, but I'd love to have one. I do have the little drawers right here that are really convenient. So I'll have that for storage too. I have to decide what stuff I need for my small groups. Okay, this is the sink area and some cupboards. So basically, this will be just like storage and supplies. So I have to decide which ones are gonna be math, what's gonna be science, you know, all that. This is usually math. Usually I'll have science somewhere in here. I need to have extra supplies somewhere. So, yeah. Okay, and this is usually where I've been putting my teacher books. And then I have a little like personal cupboard for some of my personal items. I'll probably put holiday stuff in there too, because I have like little Christmas trees and stuff, and this tends to be taller, so I'll probably put all that in here, and also rewards. So one thing I have been doing a lot is I'll have a stand here with a lamp, and this is where I'll kind of put my computer, and I'll set up a stool and kind of, I can put my computer here to do presentations. I can also, you know, keep an eye on them and how they're doing. This will be my desk, but I'm probably just gonna face it this way towards the wall so I can use the side of the filing cabinet, and I'll only sit here if they're not in the room just during prep time and stuff. But yeah, that'll be my main area. And I talked to some of the other teachers about getting a drafting chair. So it has like back support, and it also has an armrest. This is just a wooden chair right now, like a little stool. So that would be so nice to have a nice chair there. So as usual, this is where I will put my copies. I have a small table, which is great. And I could put some little things under, like the lunch bucket and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna put my lesson supplies here. Lesson items, I think. Okay, and then I know around the room I'll probably put some plants. So I'll probably have plants. I have to decide where to put those. So. Okay, that's kind of the main layout of my room. Now I kind of want to break down things for the bulletin boards. Okay, so there's a few things I want to have on my bulletin boards. I really want something for growth mindset. I also have to decide what I'm going to do with the 4 big ones in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have to decide what I'm gonna do for each of those. So I'm thinking this was the quote. So that one is the quote. I'll have to decide on those 3. I have one more right here. Maybe that will be growth mindset, I'm thinking. I used to have one up here, but I don't think I have one anymore. So it might have to be here. So this is going to be on the side. Oh, I remembered in the front of the room, I have a whiteboard for my schedule. And I also have a small one. I have to decide what to do with that. I'm thinking maybe like planner or homework. Okay, now what to do with these 3 here. Okay, so I want one of them for flip charts. So I want one of them for math flip charts. I'll have to decide which one for sure. Okay, let's see, another one. I'm thinking since I'm teaching science for the whole grade level, I need to have one for science. And then I have one more still. It's either gonna be math keywords or maybe like birthdays or like business items, like a calendar or something like that. Yeah, this one I'm gonna have to kind of decide on. And it doesn't have to be in that order, but I'm just trying to decide what I want each bulletin board to be at least. Another thing I think is helpful is to decide what I'm gonna have on my whiteboard. So I think I'll have my targets, like my objectives. I think I'm also gonna have the jobs up there somewhere. I also need to do the rewards, something for rewards up there. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, a finish list, like I'm done. Yeah, there's just a few ideas. I feel like doing something like this is so helpful. I know I've mentioned that a lot in my past videos, but if you're wondering where things are gonna go, I would highly recommend sitting down and just planning everything out. I know this is helping me to get a lot more organized, so you can just do it this way, do a visual picture, whatever helps you, but just helps me get all organized, so. Okay guys, that is how I map out my classroom, and now I feel a lot more organized, and I just feel like when I go into my classroom this week, I'm gonna know more about what's going where, everything. So this is just really helpful. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for watching.